Hi guys, welcome to another episode of World of Truck. My name is Wilfred and this is the European version, Euro Truck Simulator 2. And today I'd like to showcase to you the reward of the Trade Connections France event. So I've managed to complete it. I've transported cargoes from and to France, 10 different countries. So I'm really happy to showcase to you what the reward is like, just in case you would like to purchase those items later on in the future via the Steam trading with other players. Alright, so that's number one. Number two is that I'd like to talk a little bit about the World of Truck as well, because some of you kind of curious and ask me, isn't this like an offline game? Why is it online and stuff like that? So I'd like to just talk a little bit about the online aspect of it and why is it really fun, to be honest. Third one I'd like to showcase to you is that the screenshots I've taken while transporting cargo to and from France in the last couple of days. So yeah, those are some pretty nice screenshots. Last but not the least, the World of Truck website, I've got my own personal profile there, a little bit logbook. So I thought run you through some of those kind of interesting things that I picked up while playing this game and connecting with the site and so on. Alright, so now Truck Simulator, this is a game whereby you drive a truck, you are a truck driver, and I'm using a controller, which is PS4 controller, and I'm also manual gearing and stuff like that. So it's a little bit of realism. It's kind of very, very challenging to maneuver around the places and so on. So that's also one of the reasons why I like to drive a truck. And also different cargo pose different kind of challenges, different terrain. And last but not least, you get to level up through experience as well as building a successful trucking company. But that's not the reason why you're here. Take a look at the reward here. So now I could service my truck, or I could upgrade the truck, where I could, in fact, showcase to you how I could decorate my truck inside. So from an interior perspective, there's quite a few things like cooler, like bag, and even one of the decoration behind as well, which is a light board from one of the other events I've done. So now first thing first is Heart of Paris, which is the reward that we've got by completing the event. So yeah, that is the one. Looks beautiful, golden color. And I suppose if you have in the future got another event that you play, Trade Connection France, and get the same thing, you could sell it off as well. I think that's the whole idea why this one is tradable in Steam. And I could put my girl there, and it's quite a few things here. Unfinished sandwich as well. So that is the Heart of France, Heart of Paris, sorry. The next thing I could do is to change the pennant as well. So I've got 3 pennants. Very, very lucky me, I've got the gold France pennants that worth about $3 right now in Steam. I've got another one which is the UK one, which also worth close to $1, more than $1 actually. Actually $1 or $2 for the UK. I guess it's a popular country. Slovakia, also about 91 cents right now. So I could decorate the truck in a way like this one here with some other pennants there. So yeah, I mean these are all purely cosmetic, nothing just purely cosmetic. It's really cool to be able to do that. So yeah, that is the one that I've got as well. Do I need to repair my truck? May as well just service my truck. Nope, I'm all done here. So yeah, that is the one that you can see here. Let me just on the light so you can see. Well, the light actually from behind me. So that is a Heart of Paris. And then some pennant there. You can't really see it right now because it's about 4:30 a.m. in the morning. It's sort of one of those things. You know what I should do? I could just chuck it inside here. And I can just rest here. Alright, stop the engine. Alright, so now it's about 1 a.m. So yeah, there you go. You can see all my pennants there, right? And the decoration there. So it looks pretty nice. From the outside view, you could actually see as well. Yeah, zoom in. Yes, I could. So yeah, I mean, there's a few things here. Yeah, so when you start the engine, you could see the light inside. So that's really cool. So I hope you kind of getting excited. If you haven't got the kind of reward, just do it. It's really fun. Now next bit is really talking about the World of Truck itself. This game is offline, of course. I don't really see other players unless I install one of the mods whereby I could actually play with other players. Together we drive a truck. I can see each other, kind of thing, like MMO feel to it. But what I mean by the World of Truck point of view is the external contract. There's my secretaries over there. The external contract whereby you could actually take up a contract that has a remaining time which is in real time. So these are real time, like 17 hours, 14 hours. So within 14 hours you have to complete this kind of like journey kind of thing. Some of them are rather short distance, some of them are rather long distance. So depending on what you want to do. But these are the contract whereby once you pick it up, it becomes a World of Truck contract, tracked in the website as well. So all the stats will posted in the website. The logbook I'll show you later is also on the website. And also mainly when you picked up a World of Truck kind of contract, you must abide to the rule of the game as an online game, meaning that you cannot speed. Your truck limit is being capped to 90 km per hour, or the equivalent in miles per hour, because you just can't go further than that. But if you play in an offline game, you could actually go beyond like 130 if you want to become really exciting. But I think in real life, no truck actually do that, so they want to limit it. So when they post a time to you, they sort of like just want you to obey the law. As a truck driver, just respect the 90 km per hour kind of cap to it. So I guess that's one of them. Another thing that is really exciting playing the World of Truck is that all the damage you sustain, you cannot just save a game or reload a game and play again, because sometimes when you play a single player game, you kind of keep saving the game along the way, and if you make a mistake, like you bang on the road, you make a mistake, sometimes you hit another truck and so on, red light camera and stuff like that, you could actually reload back and say, okay, oops, that is the thing that I've got, and let's just go back in time. But you can't do it in a World of Truck. It becomes very exciting because all the damage you sustain, and sometimes the trip can be very long, like 2 hours drive. You really don't want to make one single mistake, and that's the reason why I find it very, very engaging. Now try to stay awake, try not to make mistake, and sometimes some of this, like a cargo, like this one here, could be rather exciting. Some of this could be very, very challenging. Some of them very long, like this one is very heavy and long as well. It's about 51 tons, so you can see all this configuration. Very exciting. I mean, you can pick anything you like. Some of them is really large as well, like the one that I've done it before, kind of thing. So yeah. So that is one of the very, very fun thing about playing the World of Truck contract. And some of the screenshots I'd like to showcase to you. Let me see what is the best way to do it. Now, just to talk a little bit about the, because in Steam you can actually do an inventory, and this is where they will put all the items there. You could actually sell it off if you want to, kind of thing. But I do not want to sell it off right now, because once you sell it off, you no longer have it. I think, yeah. So that is basically it. Let me just go back to hang on a second. I want to show you the screenshot. The reality is that I'm still kind of like a very, very much new to the whole kind of like big picture mode. So now I've taken some screenshot while I'm driving to various part of the world, or the Europe. So this is taken over, I think, Nice itself. There's a lot of really nice flyover and into a tunnel. Very exciting. I've been to Nice myself, actually, in southern France, and I can really, my testimony is that some of the road kind of remind me that I want my holiday trip in France as well. So yeah, I mean, there are some of them that are taken. This one is I like it because there's a lot of kind of like a electric cables up there, but it's yet another really heavy cargo that I need to pull as well. Rather interesting, not that long, but it's really heavy. This is the one that I see when I approach the town of Nice. I think Nice, it's really, really beautiful. I could imagine. Actually, I think I may have actually walked into some of these areas as well when I was holidaying in Nice with my wife, southern France, stuff like that. So there's one, and there's quite a lot of area whereby you just go really on top of the landscape, and you can look like out and see that, whoa, that's really, really high up there as well. This was taken early morning the one that gave me this cargo, I had to go downhill, and it's kind of nice to see all the downhill slope and see the city beneath me. Concrete beams, the one that you probably have seen it if you watch the Luxembourg kind of video. I've made one there with the this is really heavy and it's pretty long as well. Concrete, yeah, this is a concrete beam that I started off from here, like a factory. So all the destination and like places, they make sense as well. There's a whole economic to it as well. Like you supply certain material to a farm, the farm will produce good that you can take it to a supermarket, and so on and so forth. And this is yet another concrete kind of slab kind of thing. Really heavy stuff going on here. You can see that it has quite a lot of wheels as well. Interesting. Yeah, another concrete thingy, right? It's interesting. And this is really funny looking concrete kind of style. You can't really see it from here, but if you take a look at from here, then you can see that it is actually like a half thingy. So I need to transport that. As you can see, it's really long. So when I make a turn out from whatever places I was at, when I came out, sort of like a bit of my truck actually have to stick out onto the road itself. Sometimes there is traffic jam like this one here. I need to turn. I mean, the Volvo in front is the one blocking me. I'm the white Volvo behind actually, and I was wondering how come the truck is not moving at all. So I zoomed out and took a picture out, and realizing there's actually a traffic jam in front. I have no idea why the truck not moving over their side, but once the traffic is clear, then it's clear. But then, as you can see, the whole traffic built up at the back of me. So I thought it was rather interesting. Sometimes you go over the sea, I always like to enjoy the sea out there. I don't know why there's quite a lot of like red road there. Must be some sort of like a scenic route that I've come across. Man, this thing is heavy. I think this is the one that I've taken to Poland. Is it Poland? Poland, yeah, that's right. So I think, or Switzerland, or Sweden, actually Sweden. When I have to like go up go to the seaside here, I took a ferry out. All right. So now that is really the one that I'd like to show you. Let me just return to the game itself. Let me just exit this game. Now, how do I exit this game? Oh yeah, quick. So I'd like to show you last but not least the World of Truck website. Let me just exit this whole big picture thingy. I don't know how many of you guys are using Steam. It's rather interesting. So this is my profile. I'll probably post my profile outside in the YouTube video below. So it does track you how many jobs that you have completed, the online version, the external contract, some of the statistic, the one that you like to showcase your truck and tell you like, how heavy, what kind of configuration. This is an 8x4, this is a 6x4. I've got both the European version as well as the American version as well. This is the one that tracked the events, so it's kind of nice because in the past I wouldn't know how many I've completed, but now they track like 1, 2, 3, 4 until 10. They say, "Ooh, congratulations, yay!" Then not to say there's a achievement once it's done, so it's very nicely done up for this website. Some general statistics, some of the screenshot you like to showcase to your friends or whatever it is, so it's all there. But then the nice thing about the edition is the logbook, whereby you could actually they keep track of all the contract that you have completed. So I've completed quite a number within a couple of days just to complete this whole Trade Connections France kind of thing. The one that I've been to without even knowing that this event exists was the one that I've done, like this one to Poland, which is 1,600 kilometer. But you know what? I've just done one that 2,485 kilometers now. Guess how long it took me in real life? Well, you can see there's information here. In real life, this took me like, wait, hang on a second. That can't be right, can it? It could be right, actually. It took me like 3 hours just to complete the task. So you see that it is actually pretty long for a long one here. But of course, not every trip is that taxing. You have some trip that's like this one here, transformer from Lyon to Geneva, which is quite nearby, 166 kilometer. It took me about like 15 minutes, right? About 20 minutes, sorry. 20 minutes I get it. Together with parking, of course, it took a bit of time. But yeah, it's kind of interesting though. I didn't know that this one took so long. All I remember was that after this this one here, the 2,485, I was exhausted. I was utterly exhausted. Now that I look back, yeah, I mean, for 3 hours sitting down just to drive a truck, I guess I could be rather exhausted as well. I was just looking at it from the American version. Have I done anything as dramatic as the one that I've done? I think this is close to 1,000 miles, which is, I think, 1,600 kilometers. So it didn't take that long, did it? Or actually, well, it didn't take that long, to be honest. So it's about 2 hours, so compared to the other 3 hours. So yeah, I mean, that's the American version. They're still building up new kind of map to the both versions. So anyhow, I hope you enjoy this video, which is kind of different from the rest of the video I've made, but I thought sometimes variety is good. Yeah, happy trucking and safe driving. Bye.